Welcome to Hogtied TV. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe and like my channel. Provide positive, constructive criticism where I need to improve. Today I'm working in the Hallock field office. It was 38 degrees this morning. I had the chaps on. I had my balaclava on. Winter gloves out. Yeah, I'm a little sweaty now. Today must be that's got to be about 70, low 70s right now. Today was the first time I used my Kiriakin Classic Tour bag, and I'll be doing a review on that during my booya run here in a couple weeks. I guess what kind of leads into kind of what I had planned that week. Looks like I'll be doing some product reviews of the various things I've purchased over the last couple months to gear up for motorcycling. And well, I think I probably relate more to the beginner motorcyclists than to you know, 15, 20 plus year veterans to the hobby or sport. Here's Justin. So yeah, I think I relate more to the beginner motorcyclists. So for you beginners out there looking at getting into the sport, at least from a Harley Davidson or cruiser, not necessarily Harley, but certainly picking up a cruiser and getting into the sport or hobby. I'm not sure what to call it yet, but myself, I'd probably call it a hobby. You know, and you're kind of looking at gear, what works, what doesn't, even what gear to get. That, believe me, I relate to you. There's a lot of products out there, you know, and it can be a little confusing or overwhelming as to where do you buy it, what brand name do you look at, or you know, how much you want to spend, how much can you spend. There's a lot. So from the products that I've purchased, I will hope to do, I don't know, 10, no more than 10, I think, minutes at the most per product. Some of the products that I've purchased I haven't been able to use, so obviously those probably won't get a review. But I'm hoping to use some of those between now and then. I know, like my Harley Davidson rain suit, I did go with the dealership on that. There's a few things I did buy at the dealership. And you'll find out fairly quickly that the dealership products are high quality, most of them. And I'm talking about from an accessory standpoint. Most of the stuff is of high quality that I found out. Others may have different opinions. You do end up paying a bit of money, but when you're at your dealership, I think what you need to look at is, okay, what are they asking for price? Like this Harley Davidson FXRG jacket, I paid a lot of money for this jacket, but you look at the materials, the construction, the guarantee behind the product, you know, and then start to compare that to what's on the market currently. I think, you know, did I pay that much over? I did go out there. When you do buy from the dealership, you want to be getting their emails to notify you when, you know, they're having sales and things like that. My nearest dealership is over probably 100 miles away, and I can't just get an email on Thursday saying there's a sale this weekend and expect me to get there, and they don't do that. I mean, I think mostly, for the most part, their emails do come out a bit earlier, and they give you a little heads up. But if you don't check your email all that often, and you know, you could miss sales and things like that. So that'd be my advice. Sign up for whatever dealership you bought your motorcycle at, or the dealership that you are looking for, at least the kind of bike that you ride or interested in getting, and go ahead and shop there. I'm not just blanket endorsing the dealerships here. I think some of the products, yeah, go look at them and see what they got, and see what the price is, and do your shopping and do your due diligence on what else is out there from a option standpoint. I think some of the things that I needed right away, I used my cowboy boots. For riding boots, so I didn't get a pair of riding boots right away, but at the end of the summer here, again, I'll be reviewing these. I did pick up a pair, but I didn't need a pair right away. If you don't have boots and you're needing to pick up a pair of boots, you know, if you're watching this during the winter, you might want to get a pair of boots during the winter, or wear them around, get them nice and broke in, especially if you're looking for any kind of boot with any type of liner in it or extra protection on it. Might want to get them early and get them broke in, so by the time the riding season is in, your boots are broke in, ready to ride. I bought two leather jackets, one last winter. I did purchase this bike in the spring of 2015, so I did order it's an okay leather jacket. It's a Milwaukee. I don't know if I'll be reviewing that one or not. I quickly found out here in northern Minnesota, yeah, I need something a little more a little more warm, offer a little more warmth during the early spring and late fall. That's where I went and picked up my Harley FXRG jacket. I did get a pair of chaps right away. Fox Creek leather. I would endorse Fox Creek leather for those. I will be doing a review both on both of those products that I mentioned. I just got gloves at the dealership because frankly I didn't have a pair, and I just went ahead and bought these here, these cut off ones, and then I got full length leather ones. And then here towards fall I got the Ruka winter gloves that I'll be using here later this fall. Actually, I wore them this morning, actually. So there is a little bit investment involved in your riding gear, depending on how in-depth you wanted to get. Again, for me and my choice, I wanted a good assortment of gear for riding conditions, and I don't want the weather to dictate when I can ride. For the most part, if it's like this morning, if it's cold, I want to be set up and go do that. So another piece of riding equipment that I would get is something waterproof, either a rain suit or a Gore-Tex riding suit. And to me, the jury's still out. Kind of one thing that I got talked out of, and I'm still a little bit miffed. I mean, I can do it any time, is go buy a Gore-Tex lower pants. You know, I think the suggestion that you get from folks on gear, before you go out and do that, I think you need to maybe sit down and think about the kind of conditions that you want to ride your bike in. Are you a fair weather rider? Just basically between 70 and 90 degrees in that range? Or do you want to do some commuting? Are you exposing yourself a little bit more to the elements? You know, you want the gear to reflect that. You don't want to be miserable, trust me. It is not fun. And I gotta heed my own advice here. I gotta look up and possibly get some heated grips installed on this bike. That's gonna be on the fix list here potentially this winter, is to order in a set of heated grips and get them installed. It'd sure be nice to have that option, especially this morning. And I'll get into that. So don't be afraid, you know, to go around and look at the internet, shop around, get out, get your name on newsletters and e-letters, e-newsletters. I guess another good thing is up here in the upper Midwest, we do have some motorcycle shows, because they like to get the nerve-wracking you around March, fire up some of that buying power in you and cabin fever. I get down to one of these motorcycle shows, and maybe see what's new for the next riding season as far as gear goes. Yeah, and obviously I bought my Ceta 20S and my Cena Prism to be able to moto vlog. So I got a hefty investment in my riding gear, but I believe the riding gear that I do have is of very high quality, and hopefully the only way that I would need to change, and I hope, you know, either I'm going to grow out of it with my waistline or, oh hell, I don't know, or it fails, but yeah, sorry about that. I just had to stop and get gas. I just about rode off without my gas cap. Ever do that? It's like, geez. Yeah, so gear, you know, getting back to the conversation, need to check into your state. Are you a helmet law state? Are you not? Minnesota, we're not, but I choose to mostly ride with a half helmet. I do have a Shark 3 Evo line on order with Revzilla.com. I'm hoping to get that here before my ride or my trip, and kind of cut down on the wind noise. I could have sure used it this morning with the wind chill and the temperature. I would have wore it too. I'm really looking forward to this Shark Evo Line 3. It's a model where the chin bar flips up and out of the way completely and exposes your helmet as a 3/4 face shield. And you want full face, you just flip the chin bar back down. I'm really looking forward to that. This kind of pink grass here on the ditch is big blue stem. That's a staple grass of the old tall grass prairie. Boy, it looks sure beautiful this time of year. I really love that. I'll be driving back. I'll be working out of the Hallock field office. What I'll need to do is go down this road here one of these days and check out the Lake Brunson dam structure and spillway. This area had received, I don't know, between 3 to 7 inches of rain depending on where you were. It was just a crazy weekend for rain up here this couple days ago. Well, 4 days ago it would have started. I tell you what, this Road King is just a sofa on wheels. It is a comfortable ride. I sure enjoy the heck out of it. So gear, yeah, look at a helmet, shop around. There's a lot of different types, carbon fiber and plastic. I'm sure there's more. I'm not a helmet expert by any means. And that, I think that'd be another moto vlog, whether to wear or not to wear a helmet. Yeah, this is a whole field of blue stem out there, just pretty as can be. Yeah, remnants of the old tall grass prairie. Yeah, there's a field, wow. You gotta like that. You know, are there dead rules or rules of thumb for motorcycle gear? I think you gotta choose what's right for you and what you can afford, and that's the big thing. What you can afford, and wear the gear up to your risk level, and the big thing is just to get on your bike and ride and enjoy it. Again, another one of my riding philosophies, I mean, I haven't picked up this sport. I'm age 42. I can't be enough on my bike. Honest to God, I wish I could ride this thing everywhere. I live in an area where it's rural. I got a 50-mile drive to work one way. I'm able to hop on this thing and just go and not really deal with any traffic. A little bit of road construction. Looks like something's going on up here maybe. I'm concerned about deer jumping out in front of me more than I am about other vehicles, really. So again, my gear fits, I think, within my risk level and the type of driving conditions that I encounter. This weekend it was really dry. So I hope that I was able to kind of help you through at least a little general buying advice for riding gear. Again, not the most seasoned dude, but you know, I've kind of been through the process, so anyway, I want to thank you for stopping by, and please look forward to my review videos coming up here in about another month. Again, like my page, subscribe to my channel, offer any advice. I'm I'm always up for that. Take care, and thanks for stopping by Hogtie TV. Bye-bye now.